Well, the privacy component of, it's not just personal privacy. I mean, it's corporate privacy, it's research privacy. There's a lot of, and I think when we think of privacy, it's like just my stuff. What can I Google about myself or what is out there? Um, when within my new role, and even when I was at the University of Chicago, is again, all of these emerging technologies are coming up there. We're leveraging the cloud and whatever the cloud means, and we're taking all of this data that we're generating, and our intention is to make it work for us. We create all this information, we use a service that's out there that gives us feedback and helps us derive the next step. The problem is that when we feed it into that black box, we don't know what's inside that black box. We don't know how it's generating some of that information. I was reading through some details on some of the emerging social media platforms, and it's very interesting that they own your content. If you send out a tweet, or I was actually reading about Blue Sky this afternoon, the stuff that you put up there is no longer yours. It goes into, it gets shifted into this algorithm, into this black box, and then spits something out for you. And, in terms of, is that your information? Can I trust what's coming out the other end? Like, I put stuff online, or input things in, and it comes out. Now, is the OpenAI models or Bard or whatever else is out there, these AI generated and ML tools, and they're training off of all this material? Well, I didn't give them permission to do that. But how is it taking, is it randomizing this information? Or even to some extent, as a pivot, I think we could all agree that like using some of these AI tools for medical diagnostics is amazing. You could feed CAT scans into an AI model, and it could tell you things that doctors wouldn't have even known about. Well, to build that, it had to look at millions of images before that. Well, who gave them permission to look at those images? I didn't. I'm pretty sure nobody else did. There's likely no language in any of our medical records that said they can. Did they add them? Did they take it and shift all that and remove all that information out of there? Is there any information that is stuck somewhere? It's helpful for a diagnostics thing, but also, in a privacy, component, starting a new job and kind of going through even just setting up my my medical stuff, there's a component for rewards for doing activities. How many steps do I do? Am I riding my bike or going for a run, and that's being fed into the system? Is that being used against me? Is that going to raise my premiums? Are some of these details that I'm working on, or in conjunction with going to the doctor, predicting things that maybe my healthcare provider is going to start charging me more money, or changing how the healthcare model for where I'm at? Those things are, they don't keep me up at night, but they're definitely on my mind. Some of it's maybe a little bit of a tin hat thing, but I'm concerned that we don't know where any of this information is going, who's managing it. We do know when there's a breach and it gets out on the web and it's reported, but we only know about the stuff that's reported, and that again is another huge deal.